Does the White House feel they're winning on this, Libby?
The president would seem to think so, but he wouldn't be happy with any deal that's struck here. And that's what we're waiting on, to see if Senators Leland are able to strike a deal. The president leaving the door open to reject it if whatever that deal is, and saying he wouldn't be happy regardless. The idea, though, on the table here now is to fund all of DHS, including TSA, but leave out funding for ICE's removal operations. That would go through this reconciliation process. That would certainly be a challenge. Now, Republicans are saying, as I mentioned, they will fund this through this other legislative option that won't take Democrats. That would be that reconciliation process. In the last negotiations here at the White House, they actually featured Tom Homan and the now Secretary of the Homeland, May Mailman, also a handful of Republican senators. That happened here late last night. That led to some optimism as they were leaving. That does seem to be fading now, with Senator Moreno actually posting tonight, quote, "Time kills all deals." That is the latest from one of those senators who was in the room last night during these negotiations. Regardless, Leland, what we're hearing from the new Homeland Secretary, May Mailman, he says his first priority is getting his department reopened after being shut down for more than 5 weeks.
All right, Libbey Dean, thank you very much. With us now, May Mailman, Congressman Suhas Subramanyam. Good to see both of you. May, would you, if you were back at the White House, advise the president to reject any deal that provided TSA funding?
At some point, I think, as much as you hope that the American public is high information and they understand that Congress actually did its job here and got a bipartisan full-year DHS funding bill ready, and then the Senate Democrats rejected it. And you want people to understand that. And the reason that TSA is not getting paid here is because Democrats won't pay. There have been 5 opportunities for Democrats to say that they'll pay, and they haven't. But the reality is people are not high information, and they go to the airport and they see these lines, and Trump is the president, and they get the Apple News alert, and it's from a left-leaning source. And so the reality is, I think you have to just fund TSA, even if you wish people knew the truth about what's happening here.
So, Congressman, I guess that means that Democrats played their cards well if you've got Republicans saying that they need to cave.
I guess, but this isn't really a game. This is about the fact that ICE brutality has been
sure it was.
People, including American citizens.
Come on. You haven't gotten any concessions on ICE.
No.
Yeah, you haven't gotten any concessions on ICE, and Democrats are ready to cave.
Which is why we don't want to fund ICE until we see some real changes. What we do want is to fund TSA and the rest of DHS.
Well, hold on. Let me just ask you a question. Why now? Because for a while, Democrats didn't want to fund TSA. They were more than happy to turn hardworking Americans making $50,000 to $70,000 a year into political pawns, and now you're saying we're happy to do it. Why the change?
I've been wanting to fund TSA from the very beginning. In fact, I have not wanted shutdowns at all to begin with altogether. I think federal workers should be paid. I actually have a bill that I've worked with other colleagues to actually end the whole practice of shutdowns. And the reality is federal workers shouldn't have to pay the price for disagreements on Capitol Hill. They shouldn't be pawns in this entire scheme. But, we had a bill, Democrats did, to fund the rest of DHS except ICE from the very beginning of these negotiations. We've been pushing that for a long time now, and this president just has resisted. And so now he's coming around. Now he's realizing the American people want change in ICE, and they also want us to fund
American people, I hate to break it to you, for the American people, 6 weeks ago was an eternity, and that's when ICE was a story, maybe 8 weeks ago. Most of the American people don't think about it. Perhaps Democrats' base do. This is President Trump's message today to TSA agents.
What would be your message today to the TSA agents who have been staying home in recent days amid this impasse?
Well, some of them are needing money, because the Democrats cut off their money. I blame the Democrats more than anything else. But some of them, they didn't get paid because they're not funded by the Democrats. This is a Democrat problem.
So, May, this is the problem for Republicans as I see it. In a way, Republicans are caving, as you just laid out eloquently, because they have to, and yet you're going into a midterm where it's almost certain the Democrats are going to take the House, or at least certainly have the potential to make the math even tighter.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.